Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Elijah's Xtreme, it is the Xtreme Regret beef jerky. Here's the Xtreme Regret sauce. This has been, it's one of the sauces that the name Elijah's is synonymous, of course, with this. And they've had a good reputation for being one of the hotter sauces out there. One which I've not been able to partake in because they use onions in the sauce and I can't eat that. I have had the one sauce from them, however, that does not contain the dreaded onion. And you can see this is a bit on the expired side. I'm filming this in 2026, early 2026. So we're probably, well, let's see. September to October is 1, October to November is 2, November to December is 3, December to January is 4. And so I'm probably not quite 5 months past this. I'm not really too concerned about this, however. Oh man, look at this. Okay. So using beef round, just usually fine. Let's see. So it's like we're soaked in the sauce, which hopefully isn't going to read through very well. There's a lot of other stuff here though, so I'm hopeful that this isn't very onion forward. If it is, I'm definitely going to have to bail on it. But, you know, with any luck, it won't be. Let's crack it open and have a look. I don't know if this is actually, this might be one of the hotter beef jerkies I've had. I have had some of the extract ones before. I'm not fond of those. Let's see. Oh, how dried out are we here? Beef round is not a lot of fat in it usually. It doesn't seem like it's too, it is too dried out though. So see, there's a lot of spices on this. So all right, I'll start with this one. So let's get into it. It definitely smells more like regular beef jerky. It's quite salty. Quite salty. But this might be the closest I ever get to the Xtreme Regret sauce, unless they reformulated it. A lot of flavor of dried pepper here. This is extremely salty. Wow. It kind of reminds me of a product they used to make. I don't know if they still make it anymore, called Hot Shot. Which was kind of a black and red pepper combination. It really reminds me of that. Really getting a lot of the spices, black pepper in particular as well. This is just so amazingly salty. Wow. There is a punch to it. So maybe they soak it in the extreme regret and I'm getting the shit all over my table. God damn it. Maybe they, I need one that's connected, I think. Maybe they soak it in the extreme regret and then roll it in the seasoning. It's a lot of seasoning here. You know, it's definitely pretty dried out. If you like the black pepper jerky, that's what this reminds me most of. I'm not getting a lot of other flavors, actually. A little bit of the beef, a little bit of definitely salt. Not so much soy sauce or Worcestershire. Definitely black pepper, though. Huge amounts of that. I don't think this is a challenge product or anything. You know, that's the question is, from a taste and heat perspective, what's the most satisfying jerky? I don't really have an answer to that yet. I really thought this was going to be a lot hotter. I mean, there's a little bit of punchiness to it, but most of the heat right now is coming from the black pepper, along with the flavor. Maybe it has something to do with it being expired. I can't imagine. I've had expired beef jerky in the past. For quite a while, I had a dehydrator. And I was making my own. You know, which was fun for a while. There's just too much black pepper on this. Which sounds weird to my ears to hear me say. It's a nice cracked black pepper. I'm not getting a lot of other flavors though. Like I said, other than a little bit of salt, some of the beef. I wouldn't say it's greatly distinguishable for me compared to any of the other black pepper jerkies I've had. So my guess as to what they did was probably, as they did is they made that solution. And I do get some more complex, flavorful bites here and there, but not on the whole. But I think they probably made that solution. And then the beef was sat there in that. I don't know how long. I usually let mine go 2-3 days. Then tossed on the old dehydrator, and my guess is that all these dry spices were added after the fact when it was on the dehydrator rack. I could have probably spent a little less time on the dehydrator. They do have some other flavors of the beef jerky that I'm interested in trying as well. Like, I like the Elijah's Hot Honey. I thought that was excellent. I would like to be able to do more products from them. I like the idea of supporting a nice family. I think it's father-son-owned company. I like that. I wish I could support them more, but they like onions way more than I do. Which knocks out the vast majority of their sauces. Same thing with the Mad Dogs. I mean, make whatever sauce you want, you know. I'm not your boss. I'm all for that. I'm just a guy that has a pretty severe intolerance. And I blow by that at my peril. But I also have a nice built-in system with my body that I very intensely dislike the flavor of onions. So, those sensitivities steer me clear. But I would like to be able to have more stuff from them. Okay. As for this, I am not a huge fan of black pepper jerky, which will sound kind of weird, I know, given how much I personally like black pepper a lot. I don't like it in that setting, and I never have. And I had a lot of it because I like black pepper so much. But every one of those, the thick crusted black pepper sort of jerkies, I found just too one note. Black pepper needs something strong to counter it. It is very, very bitter for the most part. And I like cracked black pepper when there's still a little bit of that oil. When it gets dried out like this, which again, most of the beef jerkies I've had as well, I'm not fond of that. Because all it does is leave that bitterness. You don't get any of that nice fragrant oil. All you get is the bitterness. So I don't dislike it. It's just not something I enjoy very much, I guess. Probably doesn't make sense. But, like, I don't hate it, I guess. This one, to me, tastes just basically like a cracked black pepper sort of beef jerky. Some of the bites were saltier than others. Some of them have more complex stuff. Like I could get the intimation that there was like that sauce, for instance, the Extreme Regret sauce. Or what I'm thinking is that, because I've never had that sauce, I have no idea if that's accurate or not. Which is a pity. I'm sure it's a fine sauce. I just can't have it unless they make a version without onions just for me, which they're probably not going to do. Because I'm not going to have just one sauce over and over for the rest of my life. Even if I did, it probably wouldn't be worthwhile. It's just kind of a shame, I guess. I was hoping for it. I was expecting great things out of this. And beef jerkies, I think, are hard to do in this setting and to have them be good. So they have a mango habanero flavor I want to try as well. I'm more hopeful for that one, I guess, after this. But the hottest this ever got for me was a legit one. It never went past that. And it took a few bites to even get to that part. I still have, like, if you have a lot of cracked black pepper, I still have that sort of feeling in my mouth. It's tapering considerably at this point, but it's still there. And I still have the flavor of that and a very salty aspect going on in my mouth. I'm glad I did this, but I guess maybe it being past its best by date is influencing things somewhat. So I guess I will say, if you want to get this yourself, a couple things. Make sure you really like cracked black pepper beef jerky. And second thing is to make sure it is within the expiration date. And maybe it'll be slightly more enjoyable, than I found it. But, open mind, we try new things. And I certainly will be looking for more stuff from Elijah's where I can engage, even though this one didn't work out super well. And we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Elijah's Xtreme Regret Beef Jerky. Now go in peace to serve the flame.